Good evening, folks. How are we doing? Hope you're all well. Thought as much. Usual technical fun. Happy Friday. How are we all doing? Evening, Jefferson. You alright? First off the mark. Shirt is not as effective as the last one. See? Nice comfy shirt, not so effective for cleaning glasses. There's a review for you. There we go, we can see now. Evening Gray, how we doing? Steve? Kate, how we doing? Where's my huge wheel? What's it? There it is. Game, that's what it's called. It's called a game. Friday. Everybody ready for the weekend? So I am, but I'm expecting to spend most of tomorrow working, so... Meh, what can we do? But it should be good nonetheless. Been pottering around working on a build today. Did a little shelters build. Looks cool. Not finished yet, but looks cool. Was still every bit as frustrating as trying to work with a regular build system, though. A regular camp system. I mean, I was able to do some stuff I wouldn't have been able to do in a regular camp, but it was still maddening. Yeah, I thought as much. YouTube's claiming it's not getting any bitrate. It's fibbing, as usual. Evening Mango, how we doing? Oh. Character selected and we'll jump in game. Hen. So, plan this evening, start running my heavy gunner through Steel Dawn, which should be cool. Try and make a few different choices to we did last time, although I do have some slight issues with that. Yeah, should be fun. Blast away at some dudes with very, very large guns. I do need to do a copper run, ideally, first, but I'm not quite sure where to find it. The character doesn't have a right lot of ammo at the moment. Evening Sugarberry, how are we doing? Oh. And roll. Oops, I'm underwater. Let's get out of there. Nice. So, here we are. On the camp of my heavy gunner that we built a couple of weeks ago. Video available for your perusal should you care to see it.
You know that?
Again, the frame rate has tanked as soon as I started. Oh my god, what the was that? Good god. It's weird. For about 2-3 weeks it was absolutely fine when I was streaming with my current settings. I haven't changed anything. Nothing feels any different in Horizon. But post Steel Dawn, well, post the dying of the servers before Steel Dawn and since it, every time I stream the frame rate goes down the toilet. Which is a fun time. Yeah, you tried to put floors down in the shelter? Yeah, me too, Steve. Took me about half an hour and I still wasn't happy with the results. Literally. I like this one. Hopper at the lighthouse. I'll have a look. Where did you have in mind, Jefferson? Need a bit more detail than just at the lighthouse. Oh, there's a copper deposit up there, is there? I think, actually. Might be worth a look. So, I think I should be basically ready to roll. I have a spiked baseball bat.
Everything seems so different when you aren't.
That wasn't quite what I wanted to do. Nah! Wrong button, wrong button. There we go. Right. We are rolling. Golf course, take all the telephones. That's a good bet as well, actually. I've got a few shots at the moment, but not massive numbers. There we are, right in the middle of the lake. So, yeah, telephones. That's not a bad bet. So, speaking of, let's start the Eastern Regional Penetratory and have a little loop around for some telephones, I guess. Golf course as well. And the lighthouse. There's a couple of other spots I've got in mind to stick my nose in as well. Run around, see what we can achieve. What have I got? Button, for the sake of it. A couple of Gatling plasmas if I need them. A laser if I need them, and a missile launcher. Cool. Right. Mind you, the missile launcher is more my anti-dickhead weapon. Leave me alone, I'm not interested in you. I want to go inside. Statues at the base of the lighthouse. I'll have a hut. Oh, lighthouse statues at the base of the lighthouse. Ooh. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Always use Nuka-Cola. What? Oh, you're kidding me, right? Wonderful. It's the first time I've actually crashed all the way to the desktop since the update, I have to admit. Bit of lag here and there and crap frame rates, but radar station for phones. Yeah, that's not a bad bet. Possibly Sugar Grove as well. Try again. Oh well. Mind you, this is fairly par for the course. Usually until they get their first mini patch out after a big update, things are a bit wonky, and then they stabilise it with the next sort of hotfix or whatever, usually about a fortnight later, so hopefully we'll get something next week. At the end of the track I thought something else was breaking on me then. Yep. Flying start as usual. Right. Now I can't sprint for some reason. There we go.
It's time for our regularly scheduled patrol. Today's security detail needs to report to me at once.
Right, let's try this again, shall we? Get followed by the ghouls this time. Ghouls somewhere else. Still terrible frames, but what can we do? Damn. Somebody's beating me to it here. Server, anyway. Mind you, they only found half of them. Look at that. Yikes. Come on. Rate is trash. Can't even pick up the right object right now. But high school, see if I've anything like that. How are we doing, Tommy? Glad you're enjoying. Welcome, welcome. Success. Oh, frames are a little better down here. Nope. Still trash. Maybe mine's better. Bloody hell. One didn't seem to want to make his mind up. Like, oh, I'm dead. Oh, I best fall down there. You coming and getting on this as well, or are you staying over there? No, you're staying over there. Yeah, back in the early days when patrol duty dropped the handmade for the earliest place you could grab it, really. That and running over to Berkeley Springs was a popular technique as well. Remember that as well, Gray. Now, legendary handmaids are practically 10 a penny at the minute, so... Came through here and we had the carriage earlier and somebody cleaned the place out, which was mildly aggravating. Whoa! Again with the warping at me.
Not us.
God, I do not know what is going on with the servers at the minute, but it ain't good. Nope, haven't got any tunes on, have I? Don't shoot me while I'm in a menu. Not that you'll do any damage, but it's not the point. More like it. Really need half of this stuff, but might as well nab it while we're here and I've got the chance. Sneaking already. Gotta wonder if somebody's just managed to very, very quickly discover a new duping exploit or something, and that's why the servers have been so garbage lately. Who knows? Maybe I'm being too generous there. Been trash lately. Union Ranger, how are we doing? And server issues on Xbox as well. Fun times. The only decent copper I'm going to get out of here that I can think of. Couple extra bits as well. Probably get a bit more if I run all the way through the place, but not enough to make it worth it. Mind you, that's always worth it. 2 for 1 there on my clicking. Right then. Anywhere else around here might have a good bet. Not that springs to mind, no.
We are one.
You good? Evening Hyper, you alright? Glad to hear you well, Ranger. Well, to each their own, I suppose. What the hell have I just walked in on? Well, I ain't naked. Why is everybody else naked? Yoink. Can't reach that one. Got it. I see. Good shout. Right, so we want to head over to the White Spring. Well, don't we? Anywhere else with a lot of cooking pots or anything like that I could think of? Not really. Go to the station first though. Drop some of this stuff in my camp. My stash box. Or at least one of these things in the stash box, because I want to keep at least one to put on display. Old 214 Ranger. One of my characters is creeping towards the 200 mark now. My other one. One's about the 140 mark, I think. Yeah, that was pretty good, guys. 139. Yoink. So. Yeah. Very strange, that. They show everybody completing death from above. I mean, I suppose it's a practical way of showing the nuke launch, but... Oh, I remember what you meant. Evening Shrek, how are you doing? Oh, change your name, Tiny. Fair enough. Good to hear you doing well, though. $312. That guy. Was somebody who was well over the 1,000 mark recently. Yay! The eternal rubber banding in
Let me know if anything needs to be
White Spring.
tidied up.
Always does that in here. Know why?
Welcome to the White Spring. All of our guest rooms and cottages are
Hello.
currently being...
May I offer you some
We are not
recommendations?
accepting new reservations at this time. We regret the inconvenience. Please enjoy the resort's shops and other amenities.
Security patrol status nominal. The current threat level is red due to the current situation.
These
Our
bots are
tag
entertaining.
check has been discontinued. No. check
Welcome to the
baggage
White Spring.
has been reclaimed
Deputy
in
Acting Assistant Manager
23
Stratton at your
years.
service. Do let me know if there's anything my staff or I can do to make your stay more enjoyable. As the most senior member of the remaining staff, it is my privilege to oversee operations.
Never met that guy before.
To the best of my ability.
New patient detected. Commencing introduction. We
Don't think there's much down here in terms of
This is Live Chic. Casual
in terms of phones. That's the word I'm looking for.
might be of assistance.
Ugh. Tell I'm tired. I can. Guy wants to flog me any over here.
Artisan's Corner has everything you need to make your next survival project a success.
So he does have screws here. Okay. Didn't last time I was. Plus we might as well check everybody while we're here, really, haven't we? You won't have anything. This guy. He's got some. Save me a bit of time. Yeah. What about the radar? He also has some.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent.
That's not suspicious.
Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
I was going to solve my copper problem quite effectively. Just go and buy these guys out of it. Okay then. Job's a good one. Get on the lighthouse later for the copper. Apparently, the White Spring's a place to go. That's a bit further out than usual. Fine.
Alright, let's see.
I was there the other day, a fog crawler spawned down there.
I'll start here.
Which is a different camp attack. So. Off. Smith on. Freak off. Padupa on. And we'll craft a little bit of ammo. Gemma. Where are you? Hospital. Should do it. The last thing I need to make sure of is whether or not I've got enough food to keep me going. Soon to see about. 19. 34. That'll leave for now. Hot place and lamps. Yeah. I only have 1 or 2 in each, so that's the thing, Steve. I need to pick up hot plates and lamps. I always do pick hot plates up at the very least. They've got circuitry as well. But get through quite a lot on this character now, so bit of a battle. Got someone level 2000 to 4000 on YouTube. Yeah, some crazy high level people out there. How do you doing, Nathan? If you want to send me something, there's, you know, send it to me on Twitter and I'll have a look on there. Or if you want to send something through the keyhole, then there is all the information on the community page of the channel. So head on over there, you'll see all the details. If I dropped you a 3-star Vampires Tesla rifle, however, that would be nice. Casually mow things down with that.
I wish I could have reached more of them.
Now the White Spring sprayed fine after the bombs fell. None of the bombs landed on West Virginia in general, Tiny, and bots will have done some work keeping it okay ever since, in the 20 odd years since. They'll have been working day and night to repair stuff, so that's how I imagine, and keeping the troublemakers at bay. With nobody there and the bots maintaining it, it wouldn't deteriorate so much. Obviously they're defending the place as well, so it hasn't got attacked and destroyed by all the wasteland denizens either. Screwed, that's the other thing in Hot Place, yeah. Level cap, there isn't one, yeah. I think 500 is where you stop getting legendary perk slots. It's where the last legendary perk slot opens at the moment, but beyond that, nothing much else. Right, so we need to listen to the Brotherhood message again.
Attention, people of Appalachia. This is Paladin Romani of the Brotherhood of Steel, broadcasting from Fort Atlas. You are no longer facing the wasteland alone. The Brotherhood has returned. Our mission is to help you lead a better, safer life, free from the dangers left behind in the wake of the Great War. If you require aid, or if you wish to join us in our mission, find us at Fort Atlas. A new dawn is here for Appalachia. Join us in building the future. Romani out.
There we are. You find it strange you can... Find it funny you can watch a launch and follow 76 from a US base on the US. I'm not sure how you mean. Right, Fort Atlas then, and then we'll speak to Dorsey when we get there. don't think it's 300k. I think it's higher than that. Not sure, though. Welcome to the neighborhood. Well, maybe it is 300 then. Oh, 200 apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it is 300, yeah. I underestimated a little. So, speak to Dorsey. We should have done before.
Hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Welcome to Fort Atlas.
Now you see, both of my characters have spoken to this guy before, and yet I'm not getting the dialogue options for a character who has previously interacted with him. And I don't know why.
Formerly the Atlas Observatory, now headquarters
How are we doing, Belinda? You alright?
of Steel.
You vampire heavy weapons. Esmeralda like getting laser. Vampire's radium rifle, 2-shot fixer. Not too shabby then, Steve. Evening, Dark Sun, you alright? That you can launch a nuke from a US base on target a place in the US. Not really that strange. Perfectly doable. They can target anything within range, just wouldn't usually target themselves. Without a really good cause, but plenty of movies have seen America nuking places in America. You're 308 and you got the last one, Gary. Yeah, that sounds about right then. Got a vampire's heavy gunner. Yeah, it is nice to have. It makes you an effective tank. It's not fast generally, mind you. Depends what the other mods are.
Of course. What you want to know?
But it is very, very survivable.
The Brotherhood of Steel is a, well, I guess you'd call it a military organization. Founded originally out in California around when the bombs fell. We're dedicated to rebuilding society and preserving old technology. Keeping the mistakes of the past from being repeated, you know? One of the members from California could tell you more, I'm sure. Pretty sure that's strategic information I'm not supposed to just give out to anybody that asks.
What's like being
It's an honor. I know that sounds like some recruiting poster
Yeah,
nonsense.
doing good, thanks, Dark Sun.
Really? It is. I finally feel like I'm part of something meaningful.
Real name's Russell.
Building a better world alongside other people who've committed their
I
lives
caught up
to
with
that cause.
well, I've seen characters in
Sure,
a good few games that have the same
sometimes
first
it
name
means
as me.
doing guard shifts in the rain, but
Never seen anyone with the
hey,
same surname though.
small price to pay for real purpose, right?
Yeah, that's generally
need?
true. What's happening here?
Well, this is Fort Atlas, new headquarters of the Brotherhood of Steel.
How are you doing,
in
Delise? You
Appalachia.
alright?
The Brotherhood's in the process of getting everything in order here, but already people from all over Appalachia are turning up. Some need help, some want to join, but it seems like everybody's curious what comes next. I just say what Paladin Romani says. We're here to help.
Terribly nice chap.
Me? Oh, I'm just a guy who wanted to be a part of something special. A place to do something that really mattered. I picked up the messages the Brotherhood were broadcasting.
Not so much the
on the way
military
here,
thing as just the way it was
and
raised
I
in
came out
general.
ahead to help set up the place.
Kind of
Hoping you'd
a
join. They liked my initiative.
rose tinted glasses
Now,
thing, I think, more than
I'm an
anything else,
initiate.
Gary.
Nice bit of symmetry, I thought. Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight Shin's in charge of the new recruits. He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere. I know how to fix things. That's a skill, right?
You looking to join up too?
Not sure why his voice does not match his face. Not sure why you'd be a Brotherhood hopeful in military fatigues with Brotherhood combat armor on one arm. It's on the wrong arm anyway. But there we go. Bloodied harpoon gun. Just dropped on the ground. He was indeed. Yeah, Codsworth saying your name was definitely a good one. Didn't see any for energy weapons apart from ammo carry weight. There's some. Most of them are under. Well, there aren't specific ones for energy weapons. Most of the heavy guns ones are either a power user and stuff like that. Speed off. I don't. I've got power user on because I still use power armor. But other than that, I don't think there's much there. What have I got? One gun army is a good bet. Stagger chance and cripple chance. And then it's basically the heavy gunner stuff over there. Oh, you won't be able to see one gun army, will you? Hang on. I do. Not the right button. Ah, now you can see it. There we are.
I have real duties to attend to. The outer perimeter is still unsecured, the provisions aren't properly stowed, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no time to be babysitting civilians.
Your duties are what I say they are, Knight. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the local people. We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Xion.
Paladin.
We know that he probably does have designs on being a problem for the people of Appalachia. Yeah, he definitely would. Yeah, I was with you there, Gray, actually. I know what you meant with the voice. But yeah, he would be a bad drill sergeant. Might be a good scribe, though.
Still, military grade is
common amongst the ones from California.
Ad Victoriam.
Bunch of stiffs around here.
Yeah, that's basically the way I've gone. Hyper. I don't think there's a lot more to add to it other than power user. But only if you're using Gatling lasers, really. Or power. Fallen Older. Yeah, good game that one, Belinda. Went through it on the channel. Played it a bit recently as well, actually, on my own time. It's a bit like Tomb Raider. Or Uncharted. With a little bit of Dark Souls as well.
If you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now.
Dorsey sent me to
Did he? Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance.
How are you doing through the test rifle? No.
Secretary.
You're pretty tightly wound. Do you ever unclench?
I am not known by my initiates for tolerating foolishness, outsider. Persist in that tone, and you will learn how much less I tolerate from civilians.
Backlog of games played, at least. Yeah. Nothing like a Fallout game for doing that to you. Heavy guns and combat rifles. You'll probably need strength and perception primarily, with some into luck probably, and a few perks into intelligence. Probably not a bad way to go either. Be the main way to go. But there's plenty of perks under those three, and you'll be able to max both of them out, so all three out rather. So that's the way I'd go. So what did he say? I wasn't paying attention. Persistent that tiny learn how much less I tolerated from civilian. Basically X-Raider I think we're gonna have to go with. I don't know. This is the thing I struggle with. If you're a settler, you kind of have to side with Romani because she wants to help the people of Appalachia. If you're a raider, sticking with chain of command and doing as you're told and all that sort of stuff doesn't sit well with you either, so Romani's still the better choice than this knobhead. So it's the major issue for me. But I guess we're going to have to side with him because we haven't done that yet. What are you doing here?
The specifics of our mission are not for discussion with civilians. We're here under orders from
How are we doing, Alex?
Stay out of our way.
How's things in Ohio?
Problems.
Stay out of the way. Yeah, I don't. Dorsey thought I might be able to help out.
Initiate Dorsey is too trusting, but I can't fault his commitment. Perhaps he sees something in you worth our interest. Are you another aspirant to our
Didn't keep
order?
saving sales, yeah. Used to do that to me, Jace. And then I stopped having money, and then it didn't become a problem anymore. Because I can no greater honor. I'm going to have to do this. If you're an example of Brotherhood, maybe not.
Insults are for children. Grow up or move along. But stop wasting my time.
I want to join the Brotherhood.
Wanting isn't enough. And not everyone who shows up looking to join our order is worthy of becoming an initiate. Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we decide whether you're worthy. But if you're serious about joining us, you've got good timing. There's something you could do for me that would help the order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate.
You mean do your job for you?
We've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas asking
Because you don't
one
want
thing
to.
or another from the Brotherhood. People are afraid, or want something, or are looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure this facility. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me.
Can I speak to somebody else, please, who's not
No.
miserable?
The chain that binds dictates a strict hierarchy of command. And, as the only knight present, the initiates are directly under me. Unless I say so, your contact with the Brotherhood stops here.
Done it for me.
Being in the Brotherhood is an honor, and a life of service. If that's truly something you want, start here. Perform this duty well, and we can talk about your future.
Stay on your toes. The wasteland is merciless.
Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting you forward as an initiate candidate.
I don't much like Xion either. He's,
The only reason you should be back here is if you're ready to give your report.
yeah, he's got the a stick up his ass the size of a fucking oak tree. And his morality's seriously fucked up. But he's a really well-designed character.
Someone returned their gun to the wrong place again. Do I need to call the
Bad weather, but it's winter, not summer, so there are less gunshots. When life gives you lemons, I guess, then, Alex.
We need to understand the past as well, or
Well,
we
that's
won't make
good.
the same mistakes moving forward.
Pretty grey, miserable, and wet here at the minute, so... It's kind of depressingly damp right the way through at the minute. Kind of sucks. Tough on the outside, but softy on the inside. I think he's bell-end all the way through, to be honest, Hyper. A cockroach. He's got all the charm of a cockroach.
You better have something useful to say to me.
The efficiency of Brotherhood response to visitors is...
Well, I don't know. What I do
I
you?
just told you who I am. I already told them that when I got here. Nobody's listening in this place. I came here so that they can make things right, and they won't even listen to me.
Not actually part of the Brotherhood. Don't take this out on me.
Oh, hey, sorry about that. You're right.
As
ain't
evidenced
right
by
me
the
going
blood
up
of
on
your
you.
clothing.
I'm just really wound up, and none of these Brotherhood types are giving me the time of day.
The only way Shin's stick gets removed from his arse is with a bullet to the head. Nah, Yeah, I don't think she's open to that.
Find, protect, and preserve.
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying, actually, Steve. But her reasons for doing it are basically because she knows the Brotherhood's wandering off of the path it should be on. So, rather than sticking with a bunch of people doing the wrong thing, she's going to go her own way and do the right thing.
Oh, can't even come to me himself? What, he needs to requisition some more armor polish? All right. Keep it cool, Xion. So, what's he got to say to me?
Problem.
The problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns showed up and took a bunch of my stuff at gunpoint. Now I'm a peaceful man. I really am. I sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood the Raiders. I like the quiet life. I don't need much, and I need trouble less. But after this, oh,
Seems you could shoot shit and you will.
I came here to give the Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe I'd go to Crater and start doing things their way. At least they don't pretend to be the good guys.
Got a very neat beard for a dude living in a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Order, learning, protection.
I'll tell them what you told me.
Hey, thanks. I just needed someone to listen and take me seriously.
Yeah, that's pretty much true, Cade. He's definitely the works
I
edge.
hope you can convince them.
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here, where Appalachia's future will be decided.
Wonder if this will be enough to see those raiders gone.
I think there's going to be more to the story. Yeah, I think there'll be a bit more to the story, but I have a distinct feeling it's going to be about 4 hours long, this next update. Based on the, at most, based on the length of the, well, what we've got so far.
Got to be getting back to the farm soon. Well, now look at you.
This guy I like.
You with these Steel brother fellas? I've been waiting a good spell to talk to them.
You looking at something?
I wouldn't know. It's possible, Gray. It seems likely, but I haven't run into those guys yet. Keep an eye out for them.
The efficiency of Brotherhood response to visitors is...
Yeah, exactly, Lobro. All kinds of messed up, that stuff. He definitely has the whole not thinking for himself, do as he's told, yes, 3 bags full, sir, crap, along with the isolationist xenophobia crap. So he definitely needs that issue treating with a bullet to the brain pan, but
I imagine the Brotherhood would...
I think it's probably true that we're not going to get to kill either of them. Yeah, you got to wonder whether or not that will end up being an option in the next part as well, Steve. Starting with Valdez. I don't think covering her ass is Romani's main motivation.
What is it now?
Having the opportunity to... It's less covering her ass, more having the opportunity to kind of redeem herself by saving other people, given that she couldn't save the ones from the journey here. More what she's motivated by. Yeah, Valdez is definitely the way forward. How are we doing, Stella? You alright? We'll talk to the kids in Atlas. We did last time, yeah. Yeah, he's definitely a sensible chap, Art. What do you do?
Farming, such as it is. Got a patch ain't barely more than scald. But it's mine. And I manage.
Hey, here comes trouble. I hope.
The California members show longer than I prefer. These Steel types ain't half disorganized right now, it looks like. Heard the news about these fellas and reckoned I'd better go see him. Ain't the only one neither, I see.
Oh,
Well, it's about time. I'd like to die of old
You just
age
attack
when
Dagger
I'm
right
on.
off, Dark Son.
Name's Art.
Yeah, I think we'll probably do that this time
What's
around.
this knight fella sent you for?
Find out what you wanted from
Fair
Brotherhood.
trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these steel types back in the day. They was going around taking things from folks for the cause,
Commandeering.
they said. Yeah, like that don't make them raiders too. Well, I ain't got much, and I already got to worry about raiders. So, I reckon it's better to make a deal up front. My farm don't produce much, but I got some extra, and I expect they'll have a use for it. In return, I want these steel boys and girls to keep raiders away from my farm. Heard a lot of noise they was on our side. So, seems fair.
I'm inclined to agree. I'll take the mere offer.
Fair enough. Can't expect more than that. Thank you. You take care too.
What the heck does Ad
I
Victoriam
should
even
be getting
mean?
back to work, so...
Decent down-to-earth chap.
Yes. Something I can help you with? I am waiting
Not
to speak
cooking
with
me
the
dinner,
Brotherhood
to be honest, looking at that.
I have no interest in small talk with strangers.
No need to be rude.
Pardon my manners. I am out of practice. Too much time alone.
Getting a little
Still,
stellar, fair enough.
Unless this is important, I would prefer to be left alone.
I was going to speak to Xion for you, but if you want to be like that...
Perhaps I spoke too hastily. I can
Perhaps
be
you
rather
did.
unthinkingly brusque. Dr. Edgar Blackburn, at your service. Are
All the
working
chopping he's
with
doing,
this
that block of
night
meat's not
shift?
getting any smaller.
What has he said to you?
He wants to know what you want.
I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, this was of great interest. My research is always in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain by scavenging and bartering. I came to see if an arrangement could be made, but from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much disarray. Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs likely outweigh my own.
What I'm curious about is how we know so much about the Brotherhood. Yeah, there was the Appalachian chapter. They've been dead for at least a year, if not more. Possibly 2 at this point. And possibly even more than that. And the Brotherhood out in California are so far from here, they wouldn't know much about them. Not at this point in time, anyway. I suppose the Brotherhood that were at the old Appalachian chapter had some relatively advanced technology, so maybe the rumours coming from that. Maybe stories from travellers moving around the ruins of the US have brought word as well. I suppose that's a possibility. So during the years that nobody was in Appalachia, and then before they came back, maybe they bumped into people who had run into Brotherhood, and the stories came with, I guess.
Thank you. Be well.
Any spy. He does kind of have that vibe. Or possibly serial killer, one or the other. Right, where's the hilarious, totally not a raider, Tally
Hey.
Lang?
Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here?
You want to talk to anybody, you're going to have to get off that chair. Maybe not.
Hey. Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here? You know, about the guns?
You get for being rude. Shot at.
Something I can...
Yes, I do think they'd object to collecting blood from all their members.
Who do I need to talk to around here? You know, about the guns?
Her accent is mental. I love it.
Brotherhood yahoos. Name's Tally Lane. What's your deal?
All this concrete, places like a tomb.
Who are you?
I just told you, dummy. Tally Lane. Just another chick trying to make it in the wasteland, you know?
And you seem a little nervous. Anxious.
Who, me? Nah. Nah. Cool as a cryo grenade, me. Definitely. Shin? He the scary guy with the stick up his butt?
That's him.
Alright, shoot.
Well, pick up his butt bit. What's your story? Tell you're not a raider, are you?
What? Me? A raider? No. A little old me? Don't be silly.
Come on, Tally, I'm friends with Crater.
Hey, Ixnay on the Aider Crate! You trying to blow this for me? Listen, my gang could really use those guns, so don't screw this up for me. If anybody asks, just pretend like you bought the act, okay?
That's cool. I haven't had the opportunity to see that one yet. I think we're done for now.
Yeah, whatever.
We're gonna have to go X-Raider, because otherwise it doesn't make much sense to be joining the Brotherhood. Although we could go with Raider Spy. That might work. Not really feeling that though.
Greetings, civilian.
Were my instructions unclear?
I'm done. Apparently my telling Tally Darth didn't really do the job.
Hey! You don't look... Shit.
Those guns are after.
That's right. Big shiny guns. Now, all the talk in the area is about these Brotherhood folks with their high-tech toys, and I thought, Tally, you gotta get some of that. For self-defense, of course. Just so me and some of my poor, innocent friends can protect ourselves from all the nasty folks out there.
The efficiency of
Yeah, of course. I'm looking at her chopping through this meat with that knife, and I'm thinking there's no way a knife that looks like that rusty is sharp enough to go through the bone as well. It's also a bit small, and she's not hitting it anywhere near hard enough to make that work. I'll pass it on.
Hey, I get it. The promises backfire all the time. Well, go get him, Tiger.
Also, the pot's not getting any more full either. Now, can I report to Xion, please?
Have you finished the task I gave you?
Somebody pointed this out the other day, actually. It was a really good thing. Where their faces light up, they might be in shadow most of the time, but once you start a conversation, I think it's a Steel Dawn edition as well, actually. The light kind of comes onto their faces and they come more into... You can actually see them when you're talking to them. With a few exceptions, anyway, like when they actually use items, but it's quite cool. It has Spock eyebrows. Yeah, he's definitely got a Spock vibe going on. Only without the, you know, warmth and social nicety.
Good. Let's get this done. I have the list from their arrival. Give me the high-level overview.
Dr. Blackburn was looking for surprise for his research.
It's not a charity, and our mission does not cover providing civilians with equipment to pursue their personal interests, unless the doctor intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively, and under our supervision, he will get nothing.
Could be everyone if you helped him. X-Raider probably doesn't care much. Light the details anyway. Light the details.
Then you can peddle his snake oil somewhere else. The wasteland is full of people claiming to be scientists or doctors. They are rarely either, and usually cause more harm than good. Next report.
Nat wants to trade crops for protection.
You're not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods to trade in payment.
Sounds like a fair deal with me.
That's irrelevant. The Brotherhood cannot simply be hired out to every farmer and homesteader. We have our own concerns.
I would agree with him on that.
What's next?
Right, every farmer and homesteader, no. Having a deal with a few of them, on the other hand, will keep them fed, so it's not such a bad idea. And Romani is right about, you know, being a good neighbour is generally the way to go, unless you want the rest of Appalachia to turn on you anyway. Tony Lang wants to buy guns.
No. We are not arms dealers.
She's a raider, actually. Don't ask how.
Is she? We would never have given her weapons. This only reinforces that. If you intend to be an initiate, I can't have any doubts about your loyalties. Don't ask will not be an acceptable answer in the future.
Don't want to punch him.
Moving on.
Xion Huckman was robbed by people
Impossible.
claiming to be the Brotherhood.
Whatever happened, it was not us.
The fight is just beginning. Stay disciplined.
Don't you want to find the people who did it?
There are countless brigands out there, civilian. It is not the job of the Brotherhood to hunt them down one by one for their crimes. I will say it bothers me to hear that someone is abusing the honor of the Brotherhood this way. But that does not change the facts. Mr. Hockman's problems are his own, not ours.
At least that's a semi-reasonable response. It's not really
Against
completely
my
there, but...
initial judgment, you have shown that you can take orders and make yourself
What if it's damages your standing when you
need
lie?
to lose those soft civilian
Depends whether or not you get
instincts.
caught, I suppose.
But I will make note of your assistance in my report to Paladin Romani. Should you wish to join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment. I grant you permission, provisionally, to enter the compound proper. Go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention.
Thanks, I'll do that.
Ad Victoriam.
Another order?
Orders and duty are the lifeblood of the Brotherhood. You are not yet one of us. Consider it a suggestion.
God, that's vaguely
Be
reasonable of
vigilant,
him.
outsider.
It's the most reasonable I've ever seen him be. Evening, Jack. How are we doing?
I'm busy.
Certainly is, Travis. Brotherhood Roundtable.
Raiders caused the trouble again. We'll have to do something about them.
Come all the way from California, and here I am fixing broken pipes. Shouldn't you be waiting in the entryway?
There's a magical laser gate that stops you getting through if you're not allowed. Why would you think I'd be waiting out there?
Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here?
Find, protect, and preserve.
And they're not really the military, though. But Roger Maxson quite literally walked away from being military and started killing soldiers and scientists. I wouldn't say it really is their job. But at the same time, looking out for your neighbours and having a decent relationship with them is generally, in assuming they're a reasonable bunch anyway, maybe not quite so much when they're raiders, but anyway, in general is the way to go if you want to survive in the wasteland. Yeah, 1976 right now, Jack. They're on Game Pass. Have fun. You're beginning a long road. Fun, though. So, I want to join up. Shin said you might need some help, or I helped out that Shin guy to talk to you about getting in on this Brotherhood action. Yeah, let's go with that one.
Did he now? Knowing Knight Shin, I'm guessing that's not exactly how it went down. But if
Might be
you're a
paraphrasing.
prospective initiate, then I guess we're both in luck. Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I have some influence. It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission. If you're interested, I can bring you along and put you to work.
Does
Do
have a
the
slight
job,
kind of
and I'll
primary
send a
school teacher vibe,
recommendation your way.
Valdez.
How about it?
But I do like it. What's this mission?
Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered
Definitely
off.
does make it easier
I'm
to
not
start, Belinda.
keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup.
Okay.
Glad we can come to an agreement. Any questions before we start? All right, fire away.
It's kind of thing normal for a scribe?
Ideally, yes, actually. In practice, not at all. We're supposed to be the lore keepers, preserving old technology for the betterment of today. Instead, I spend all my time soldering wires on busted comms equipment or tightening
Hell in
screws
there,
on
honey.
tracking scanners.
Soldering.
This investigation will be a breath of fresh air. It's what being a scribe should be about.
You don't sell through, will you, Roll?
Can I do it? Yes. But it's not my life's calling. Believe it or not, I didn't choose to be a scribe. I was born into it. My parents chose this life for me. I've gotten used to it, but it isn't mine. Xion would throw a fit if he heard just how unprofessional I was now. We should get back to business. Sorry. Business only.
Surprised she cares what she thinks, really, since technically he doesn't outrank her. They're in different paths, and at the same rank, roughly. Where were we? You like the food and drink mechanic? Just interesting to eat and drink in Fallout. Yeah, I'd agree with you there, Darkson. I'm generally doing the same thing. I'm kind of wondering if I let my food and drink meters run all the way down, will I stop getting notifications about my character being hungry and thirsty, though? If I do, then I might actually do that. That's the one thing I don't like about the new changes. You get a lot more notifications that my character's getting thirsty, and it's mildly annoying. Yeah, definitely more of a paramilitary, I think.
If anything tries to attack, we'll be ready.
Just meet a new person, they ask you into the basement. She seems sweet enough, it'll be fine. There's no, like, hooks and saws and pointy things down there, it'll be alright.
The old world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I say it before?
Yeah, I think I generally agree with you on that one, Steve. Mind you, Brotherhood kind of do feel like they should be in charge. Up to a point. Or they just kind of stamp through everything and take what they want either way. With the exception of Roger Maxon's original goal, Paladin Romani, and Elder Lions, anyway. Those three at least had the right idea. Let's go back to discussing the mission.
Sure. Ready to go?
Not sure why I was gives you the opportunity to say you mentioned some logs, but when she didn't, but... Go.
Great. Unfortunately, I need to finish up a few things here. Head downstairs and I'll meet you in a bit.
No, she's not going to walk straight down there. Kind of half expecting it to.
Greetings, civilian.
He has floating head syndrome. Not sure what you mean, Steve. Still get the notifications. That's annoying, Travis. No win then. Might as well keep myself fed and watered and have the buffs. Is there a chair or anything I can just sit on and wait for her? Concrete. But... Aha, here she comes. She missed the steps though. And she didn't fall. She's a good ghost. Can you pass her?
Here.
Am I the only one who saw something fall then?
Good. You're here.
How we doing, pass? You alright?
How do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from
Self-imposed
before the
National
war.
Guard. Possibly, yeah, Travis. At least when they're being agreeable. When they're being dicks, not so much, but... How we doing, Ash, you alright? How do I feel about Taggedy? Mixed. In general, she had a serious threat right on top of her main base, basically, with the, the Scotch coming out with the Cranberry Bog right by Fort Defiance, and was doing everything she could to hold the Scorched at bay, and it did help people. It wasn't really, at least I don't think it was until after their fall that they moved up and attacked the airport. So there is that. But the whole requisitioning whatever she liked, commandeering perhaps, to support that, and her attitude towards non-military individuals was overly inflexible for the situation she found herself in. She definitely needed to be a little less rigid and a bit more adaptable. So, I would have liked to meet the character, though. I think she would have been somewhere in between Xion and Romani. Not quite as by the book and must follow rules as Xion is, but or quite as isolationist and xenophobic, but definitely not as open to... I don't know, she was struggled to get along with people who weren't part of the military, but at the same time did admit a number of them. She's kind of like Xion in that regard, but she's not so by the book. She was a little more flexible in terms of whether or not she followed orders. In the end, I think she did follow orders. That's what went on with their final mission and how it all ended, because she was considering using the nukes and didn't, and went with an alternative instead and had mixed success. Mind you, we've been nuking the Scorchbeast Queen for 2 years. She just keeps coming back over and over and over again. It's like her head isn't connected to her neck. I have to see what if I noticed that, Steve, but I haven't done so far. Saw it too. Yeah, it's weird, that Darkson. Having a hard time with daily ops plans. I've only run one daily op since the update, and I got a new plan straight away, so I can't say I've had the same problem. But yeah, doing okay, Ash. Reading a schematic's good step in the problem solving process. Reading's easy. I'm an expert on reading paperwork, yuck. So we're thinking former raider. Intelligence. She's not really hacking and lockpicking type, but she does have certain crafting abilities, so I think I'll stick with this one, reading the schematic.
Are you trying
and the Vault
to get on
Dweller
my
background
good
as well
side?
works with.
Because that's how you get on my good side. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up.
What's the date? Resilient Blood Eagles. In the burrows. I don't think I'll bother. Collect documentation. Just say if it's something a bit more manageable, I might better run at it, but I'm not going to bother with resilient enemies. Oh, hello. The tough boat pie. Let's see what she's shooting with. I think it's a 44. It is a 44. Must be her gun we get given at the end of this then. Here's our dead friend. That's decommission report 2. Start with 1, Richard. Yoink. Following dismissal of Dr. Hammond, Lieutenant Colonel Oberlin tasked me with overseeing the shutdown of the project. Report outlines stated project at termination. While promising final trials, project still has major stability issues. Considerable additional effort will be required to create consistent operational device. Working trials impacted the operation of several key components, including ion focus, primary induction coil. Some concern was stress put on the coolant intake pumps and possible defects in release valves, so everything we have to go check. Ion focus. Experiment with ion focus has left vulnerable to strong feedback during device initiation. It survived the test, but designed to be reconsidered before future use. Induction coil suffers same feedback susceptibility as ion focus. Repeated use causes significant variance in flux distributions throughout the coil. Redesign of this device needs consideration as to be used in future, as the potential risk of frying it could require substantial capital in replacement parts. The CPU firmware updates have proven useful in troubleshooting important aspects of the operational capability, but the sheer processing power required requires a special order CPU, which comes at great cost to the operation. Numerous computing breakdowns during trial runs led leadership to question its viability.
This must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his handiwork, and he couldn't give it up. Even after the war, I should make arrangements for a proper burial.
Tip ammo.
Here's one.
Yay, intake pressures and stress test. Huge intake of coolant to keep machine operational. Pumping coolant through device during operation puts worrying amount of stress on pipes, pumps and valves. Piece usage has revealed signs of cracks and breakage throughout. Furthermore, hasty construction of the machine has led to structural flaws that could lead to high pressure build-up at the intake points, which should have destructive results if not addressed. The design flaws could have been averted with careful design protocols, but the pressures of war overrode these concerns. I would be remiss not to recommend an excess of caution when proceeding with future projects.
I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec.
I'm going to sneeze.
That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? I knew it sounded too good to be true.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Ahem.
Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it?
Catch you later, Dark Sun. Thanks for dropping in.
Show you any of this.
Need to find some people to run daily ops with. Yeah, I've had mixed success with finding public teams. Sometimes they all just jump straight in as soon as you jump into a daily op. Sometimes they don't if other people have got it. Problem when you are the one founding the team, then you'd have to just wait for other people to join you. But generally, I just pick days where I know I can run through it successfully, unless I've got score to get, in which case, if I've got score, I'll either run through it at Elder rank if I can. If it's going to be too much like hard work, I don't bother, I just get Paladin and leave and take the score. Have to grind for the farmable tiles, but yeah, definitely understand that. Buffs are nice too. Yeah, the Mount Emmett signs. And the neon hello sign. The power armor character has the pistol. Yeah, that sounds about typical Ash. And ship multiple duplicates. Well, you shouldn't be doing that anymore, Ash. Shouldn't be doubling up anymore. In theory. Mind you, I've heard there's some issue. Reliability of that new feature. I can say that again. What on earth is Atlas Project? Describes as dumb, not sure about the Brotherhood after all. Not so much of a glance at the documents, if we're being honest. Or I can try and charisma my way through. What on earth is Atlas?
Well, Xion did send you, so I guess I can trust you with a little information. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood.
Told me we're looting military base now, I'm even more on board. Yeah, she's not going to like it, but it's funny.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Looting is absolutely not what we're doing.
Ooh, look at that angry face.
The worth that we remove from this substructure is going with me, up to my lab to be cataloged and analyzed. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key components that should be nearby. There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a
diagnostics. You have to learn that to stop duplicating.
That will tell us about some of the less accessible hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin.
I got the
See what
vault stash
happens.
box a few
Finally,
times.
the
Symptomatic
lower
only picked up at
core on
once,
this
and same
level
with the
should
cage
have a
lights, I think.
wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of
Cage
the
lights
electrical
and
hookups?
symptomatic are good though. Yeah, let's
Should
go.
be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after.
That helps Sony up, you don't know when. I know your autocorrect seems to be okay, Belinda. Apart from one little thing there. Wrong diagnostics check. CPU defunct, intake valves ruptured, main focus misaligned, induction loop flux disruption. Test the release valve. Let's try it from over here, see if it's a bit safer. Not really. Better than you, apparently. I'm over here. Still alive, and the wiring has been shredded by critters. These ones. Very tough mole, that's. Don't even see him with his head injury. Christ. The mutation's doing better work than the guns are. Getting swarmed and I'm going to fall back. How are they hitting me in the head? And withstanding my massive gun. Level 100 mole rats might be mildly excessive, I think. Yeah?
Glad that's over with.
Yeah, me too.
That does it for the inspection. Let's talk.
Should have some disease cure somewhere, shouldn't I? That was not the button I wanted. Did I just take? Radix. Whoops.
Alright, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues.
Evening,
Flux
Ancient. How are we
disruption
doing?
in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus?
The older plans can be dropped and traded. Yeah, that's not such a bad thing. You went round the other side to tie it as well. Don't blame you.
Misaligned. Problematic to say the least. Next, we have the release valve.
Found it easy with a VAT shotgun. Yeah, I can imagine
Well,
you did too, huh, Steve? I have no idea what you're talking about, Belinda. We're all sweet and innocent around here. It released pressure, so okay?
Not okay. Explosive decompression is not what we're looking for. Last but not
You
least,
didn't like that.
the wiring. The wires were...
Let's back out and see if we take that from the top, shall
Alright, let's go over the diagnostic flux disruption.
we? Misaligned.
Misaligned. Next, we have...
Exploded.
It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were...
Chewed through my mole rats.
Yep. I think the warm reception...
Behind the quantum,
radiates
yeah, I
is
think so.
Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, You're handling yourself well, so far.
You already knew what answers you did.
A fair point. We have a saying among the scribes. Through discourse, we gain strength. This wasn't discourse. It was a test. I can't blame you for being upset. I wanted to see if you would pay attention. And I have my answer now. Sorry if I angered you. I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the processor.
I have no idea what you're insinuating, Melinda, but it hurts my
There's
feelings.
a lot I can learn from examining.
I think that's what those are called,
If we
anyway.
can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch.
Yeah, I was pretty confident I was going to get away with that one.
Be careful.
At least of all, because she's not as much of a dick as Xion. Yep, let's do
I'm
it.
counting on you. Let's see what you can do.
You resemble that remark, yes, Steve. Yes, you do. How are we doing now? Poetic bit of autocorrect there.
I can trust you to extract those components we discussed without any trouble, right?
Yes, can you open a door? Conveniently abandoned assault rifle. Mahusive assault rifle. So... oh, it's all upstairs, is it? Excuse me? My marsupial's been suppressed by the accidental taking of Radex. Alright, we'll go in here. Pressure gauge. So, attached with rusted screws. Undo the screws to the rust and remove it. Yank it out without removing the rust. Oil it to remove rust and lift gauge out. Blast screws off with your weapon and pull gauge out. We'll oil it. CPU management. Power active. Execute full CPU removal protocol. Eject, emergency eject, power down and eject. Full CPU removal protocol. I've got sufficient nous to do that with, apparently. Oh, there's the last one, the ion focus. Besides the container, miniaturized ion focus sits nestled in a bundle of tubes and wires, many of which are still attached. How will you go about extracting it? Check connections away, wrench device out, gently unhook wire from the device and lift it out, cut tubes and wires and pry. We'll gently unhook, I think.
Oh, I thought of one more thing. Can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine core?
Well, I'm going to try, but apparently can't get upstairs. Induction coil. Inside the container's induction coil, 2 thick wires attached, 1 red, 1 blue. Low hum, the sound of static surrounds the device, wires crackle. How will you go about extracting it? Cut both wires simultaneously. Luck plus 12. Okay, we could give that a go. Unhook both wires and slide coil out. Cut red wire, little shock shouldn't hurt anything. Cut blue wire, seems shocky but less so. Let's go for the luck one, as soon as we can.
What was that?
Mysterious component. Mysterious canister sits before you, pulsating with an eerie glow. How will you extract it? Gently lift it out, swap it out for a heavy sack of dirt, pry it out using your weapon as a lever. Gently lift it out.
That doesn't sound good.
I thought my luck attempt might have got me away, but helped me get away with that. Damn this.
You could I'm trying to kill you now.
Oh god. Do you mind? Where's my power armor? Less of that, please. More power armor. You guys have been doing harm to me. I think I do more damage with the heavy guns when I'm wearing power armor as well. The hunch though. I can't remember if I've got a perk that stabilizes stuff in power armor or something. I've fallen down a hole. I have.
Put down your weapons and submit to authority.
Never. I'll blow you to smithereens just fine. Got a hunch there's one in there, but I could be wrong. Oh no, it's down there. Any more for any more?
Close one.
Did we get him? I think we did. You got her outfit button. It was quite good. Scribe outfit. Don't need that on this character. Wait. Wait. Ah. Right. A little run around and loot these guys, and then we'll see how we get on. Annoying when it ignores the inputs there, or does whatever it wants, but we do. Chasing me. No, Elders, stop chasing me. Crap, she's between me and the exit. Ah, she got stuck in a wall and teleported back.
Whew. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for the backup. I doubt I could have handled that on my own. Now that that's over with, let me take a look at what you've collected.
I've never found it in game, you know.
The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is pristine. Good work on that. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil seems
I'm pretty sure the Indiana Jones one doesn't
That's
work, actually, Belinda.
And what is this?
But it is quite a fun one.
This is... Is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None
Yeah, I
of the
thought there was a
documents,
perk on
none
there
of
that
the
was doing
terminals
that,
said
Gray.
anything about this. Did this power the whole
Technical
machine?
data item. There you go. So it has unlimited potential.
The fuel of the future. I'd heard the stories, but
Yeah, it will be rare for now.
hold so much energy
For now,
in my
anyway.
hands like this? Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy. They condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to be an initiate. And soon. Here, take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call on letting you into the Brotherhood, but my wreck may tip the scales. I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to catalog our findings. If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest.
No, it didn't
There's
work for him in the
a lot I
movie
could learn
either.
from reverse engineering it. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. It has all the logs we recovered from when we moved in. After what we just went through, I think you deserve to know more about Project Atlas. Take a look if you get some free time. Thanks again for your help, and good luck with the Paladin.
I don't think I'll go through the terminal this time. I went through it all last time. There we go. More of a collector's item on this character than an actually useful weapon, that 44, but...
We're building something big here. Don't get left behind.
Field testing. Holder's letter of recommendation. Classified. Paladin Romani, hereby strongly recommend the bearer of this note for initiation into the Brotherhood. I've personally tested their competency and believe they can contribute to our mission at a high level. Nice. The technical chops are impressive and their combat prowess is such that they should have no issue in holding their own in any fight we come across. Performance assessment follows. Discipline follows orders, also capable of independent action. Technical ability exceeds expectations. Compatibility exceptional. Nice.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort.
Oh, good.
When do I get to go out and prove my worth? Stay on your toes. The wasteland is merciless.
Indeed it is. Money! I was a bit disappointed to find out that you can actually get her outfit, but it's a Fallout first item.
Ah, you must be the one I've been hearing about. Paladin Layla Romani. What do you need?
You heard about me?
I've received a report from Knight Xion detailing your assistance in his duties. He has given his approval to your consideration as an initiate. Word around the fort is that you've been working with Scribe Valdez as well.
Stabilizer would be a good power arm upgrade mod as well. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that, Steve. Free up some perk points, and there's nothing particularly useful in terms of power arm mods right now, so that would work quite well. Why can't we just give her an ultrasight fusion core, or what you gosh? Yeah, that'll probably do it. Way less cool now than exploring it pre-Brotherhood. You feel that way about every repopulated location? Fair enough. Don't think I feel the same way, to be honest, but it's less moody than it was at Atlas, but I think I like it more. Yeah, that sounds about right. Right at the end of a Friday is exactly when you need the problems dumping on you. Under Armour, so it's useful with those with Secret Service there. Yeah, I'm not surprised it's Under Armour, to be honest. I think you can actually see her armour over the top of it. You'd have to not wear an outfit and just wear that. Yeah, the camo version is, actually looks slightly better, I think. This looks a lot like the Chinese stealth suit, but in terms of its design. Aldous wrote me a letter of recommendation.
Between this and the report I have from Knight Xion, we can discuss you becoming a member of our order. Consider it carefully. Do you wish to join our ranks?
I don't know, you guys seem like jerks. Xion and Valdez both recommended me?
Both have given their approval to your initiate consideration. Yes.
If I don't sleep tonight.
What did Xion say about me?
Knight Xion said that your attitude regarding the role of the Brotherhood in relation to the civilian community was questionable. Nonetheless, he felt your intentions were honorable and suitable training would correct any deficiencies. Which means he probably thought I'd like you. That remains to be seen.
And Valdez, what she
Given
say?
that you've clearly read her letter, I don't think I need to reiterate its contents. I'm going to trust her judgment, even if you need to learn to respect private communications.
Oh dear.
Yes?
Why would I join?
Membership in the Brotherhood is a commitment to honor, duty, and service. You would begin as an initiate in our ranks. With time and training, you may one day join the scrolls as a knight or scribe, depending on your aptitudes and choices. On a day-to-day basis, Knight Xion would be your direct superior here, though any of the officers may requisition you for missions if needed.
Any Mr. Birds up? I'm not really playing an evil character this time around. It's my heavy gunner who did go with the Raiders. But, it's more of an expediency thing, really, though.
Someone returned their gun to the wrong place again. Do I need to call a seminar on this?
How upset he is about the gun being in the wrong place. Get your Christmas tent done ready for a Christmas tree in the utility room. Yeah, gotta do a Christmas build again this year, I think.
Raiders causing trouble again. We'll have to do something about it.
You enjoyed Valdez's quest? There was a few bits I quite liked. That was a good one. I quite liked the whole Foundation side of the covering the missile launchers as well. Heading to know excuse me. The treehouse spot was quite cool as well, but not incredibly simulating.
We arrived in Appalachia not a moment too soon.
Belgians everywhere. No. Stick a missile launcher up his butt, though. I just see outfit variants of it. Yeah, but it's not there for logical reasons, is it? It's there for what's it designed to do reasons, or whether or not something is an outfit as opposed to Under Armour is. This just looks like the kind of high-tech suit you'd wear under power armor. Yes. Romani's does. We'll join.
With the recommendations of Knight Xion and Scribe Valdez, I'm willing to consider you for membership. But first, I need to see how you handle yourself without direct supervision. In order to be effective in our operations here, we need to establish positive relations with the people of Appalachia. If we make them see us as a beneficial presence in the area, it will be much easier to secure cooperation in the future. We have reports of feral ghoul attacks on traders and travelers in the southwest forest region, indicative of a nest of some kind. I want you to clear it out.
Where's the nest? If it is being the Brotherhood, wiping your heads on the other end, let's do it. But this will be in the Brotherhood?
Complete this mission satisfactorily, and I will grant you initiate status within the Brotherhood. Yes.
Where's this nest then?
We don't know. Our initial reports on the attacks came from a family of farmers, the Putnams, that we passed on the way into the region. I think their sons were rather starstruck when we showed up. I almost expected the older boy to follow us when we left. You should start your search there. They may know more. You can find them at the old Lewis and Sons farming supply.
Okay. You have everything I need?
Very well. Do this, and you will be one of us, with all the rights and responsibilities of a full member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Ad Victoriam.
No meat.
The thing.
A perfectly preserved pie with every dinner declined.
So, I don't... Let's just check my food and drink search, actually.
Build, but they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well, or...
Nice. So, I can just zip straight off and head to Lewis and Sons.
Need to have Valdez take...
Well, it's nearly 11 PM here, Belinda, but yeah, pretty tired. I've been kind of tired all day, to be honest. think I got particularly restful sleep last night. Yeah, depending on how they choose to pan it out, they could potentially have the next chapter of the story be much, much larger. But what happens after that, I don't really know, because they said something about it being a year for the Brotherhood of Steel, so theoretically the story should last until roughly September, or at least the summer anyway. But having heard of anything beyond... So we've never heard of anything beyond Fractured Steel, so hearing about Steel Rain is the first thing. So I suppose there might be more chapters beyond that. If that's the case, then I'd feel a little bit better about it, but we'll have to see. But again, given that the first two amount to less than 8 hours together, doesn't bode well. Root Marty this time, he's endearingly dumb. Just seems like a good way to get him killed. You're an hour ahead. You got every reason to be knackered then. Did I say it was nearly 11 or nearly 10? I can't remember. I'm sure the Putnams won't mind if I just nick everything of those that's worth having. That wasn't worth having. In pot, nice. Dog called Badger, I remember. Okay, will be overjoyed when she hears about that. Very large collection of batteries. Stash anything around here that's worth having. This truck looks surprisingly like it still works, at least from the front. And from the back. Did they drive here, apart from the got a couple of flats? If they drove here, that would be very cool. One of the few functional vehicles in the game. God, it would be good to have functional vehicles in the game. Mind you, the map would need to be a lot larger to make that work. Pool table's not going to be the best of nick if they leave it out in the rain, though. One doesn't look like it's in quite so good nick. This could also be functional as well. 4 of them, so... God, I like the idea that they drove here. This does look like it's been here a lot longer with the dirt being piled up around the wheel. That's obviously going nowhere. I want things like tractors and trucks and cars and stuff like that to put in my camp. Petrol pump, huh? Be nice. I mean that. I want sack trucks. The way he's been painting a white line. Oh, I see. Sadly not an option. Robin blind, then ruined your low-level power armor. Armor farmery.
Oh, there. Mom, Dad.
That's only 1 point out of it.
Think you are barging in here. George!
Hold it, stranger. No funny moves.
See Colin, you can see George, and you can see Strange lad. The jock. You can't quite see her for the post. Put the gun down before somebody gets hurt.
Pretty sure that's my line, Buster. I'm not the one busting in uninvited.
And you're the one hiding behind a post.
Start talking before George puts some new holes in ya.
George tries, I'll turn him into green goo on your carpet, honey. Your feeling content was significantly cut. Possible, though, bro. I really got that impression, though, but maybe. Whiskey and lager in bed. But the one with the kids sleeping right on the other side of a very, very thin screen. Imagine that ends well for them. Alright, now it's just nicking everything of yours that's worth having. Kind of behaving a bit like a raider right now. Only with less shooting. Good and creaky in here. I can't interact with that chair. I can interact with this one. Play the piano.
Now you need to be more careful just waltzing into people's homes. It's a good way to end up with more lead in you than's healthy. I'm Carol Putnam.
Jeez, the voice went deep there.
Now, won't you tell us why you're barging in here, and maybe we can all be friendly when you're done.
Before it says giddy up, buttercup, you can ride. I like that idea, Gray. Motorbike would be fun. No plans to go against the Brotherhood of Steel entirely. Yeah, I suppose that's possible. Mind you, see what comes down in the next part, because it looks significantly like there will be a sizable kick-off between the various groups that are going to form. That could be interesting. Brother Steel Company to ask about Google attacks in the area.
Those would be them military types in the heavy armor that came through here recently, right? I'm the one that told them about those attacks.
Those Brotherhood guys are so cool. Wait, are you recruiting? I want to sign up.
Their gear was pretty fascinating.
Settle down, boys. The adults is talking. So you want to know about them ghouls?
The fact that the subtitles don't quite match what she actually said. Reminding sent me to find out if you know where the gold text is coming from. The boys both want to join the Brotherhood. Okay.
Lord, don't get them started.
Oh, yeah. The lasers, the power armor, they are the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Marty, you barely do your chores now, and you get confused by the generator. What good would you be?
Yeah, well, at least I'm not a shrimp like you.
I can pay you to get these two out of my hair.
George!
I'm just kidding. You boys know we love you.
He doesn't sound convinced. You let your sons join the Brotherhood of Steel?
Now, I don't like it, but they're adults. Or close enough, I guess. And I know they're bound to want to do their own thing, but the farm needs work. We can't do it alone. If one of them wants to
Not
go...
that big, I'm sure you could.
Well, now, George and I'll just have to live with it. But you ain't taking both of my boys, though.
Ooh, me.
George, what do you think?
Careful, George.
You heard the wife. She says one of them can go, then one can go, I suppose.
He's a bit... You know, that guy. Enough about that. I had some
Fine
other
by
questions. Where are the ghouls coming from?
Can't say for certain. We got a suspicion, though.
A lot of the sightings and attacks.
Those NPCs always swear around like drunks. Nope, can't say I have.
They come out of the hills, northwest of the old creamery.
And the only thing out that way is what's left of the Orwell orchards. Could be the source of the things. You gonna wipe them out when you find them?
I'll be helping you out for it. Maybe there's a reward in it. Yeah, okay. Ex-Raider. I'm fine with that.
Aren't you on a mission from the Brotherhood? You're doing it for them, not for us.
She's right, of course, but that doesn't mean we're not grateful for the risk you're taking. Now here, wherever you find ghouls, you're going to find radiation. Now, we can spare this.
A Radix. If you ask Paladin Romani for a reward, she gives you 1 stim pack. Any idea how many ghouls?
Not sure. More than a few, less than an army. From what folks have said, if you're going in alone, even a few can swarm you before you realize what's happening. Be careful out there.
I do like the voice acting on the DLC. Particularly good. Let's clear the place out.
Good to hear.
You'd be doing everybody in the area a favor. That's for sure.
Safe roads mean safer traders. Good for everyone. The Brotherhood would definitely be making friends if you pull this off. Just try not to startle us if you drop by again. George has a hair trigger with that shotgun.
Why does she sound like she's referring to something else? Yeah, I think we'll grab Marty just to see what the different reaction at the Brotherhood is like, because the conversation won't be different. Doink.
I really would like to join the Brotherhood. I know I'm not as strong as my brother, but you've got to have a need for somebody smart, right?
Don't seem like the military type.
Maybe I'm not, but I'm not cut out to be a farmer either. The Brotherhood has tech, and that's an opportunity to learn. That's all I want.
How do you feel about combat?
I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't be nervous. Won't know until it happens, I suppose. But I'm willing to risk it if it means getting out of here.
Sure you want to join the Brotherhood?
I'm sure. This farm isn't the place for me. The Brotherhood could change the world. It's where I belong. Can you make me a recruit?
Other questions first.
What do you need?
Otherwise, off the farm other than join the Brotherhood.
So, but Marty's right about one thing. The Brotherhood has the coolest tech. It'd be amazing to get to work with it and learn from them. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be here if you reconsider.
I'm climbing on their table, apparently, and getting stuck under the stairs.
You gotta take me with you. I'm ready for this. I just know it. I'll be just like that Knight Xion who was here before.
I'm out. What makes you a good recruit?
I'm strong, I'm fit, and I'm ready to fight. Whatever you need, I'll fight mutants, or ghouls, or raiders, or whatever.
You met Knight Xion?
Heck yes. And Paladin Romani. So cool. I asked them a bunch of questions and told them about wanting to leave the farm and everything, and they said I was remarkably keen. I think that means they liked me.
Yeah, I won't be sure about that. You've actually been in a fight?
Well, no. But I use a rifle sometimes to keep critters away from the crops. One night, I thought I saw a super mutant coming out of the woods, so I shot it. Dad came running because of the noise. It turned out it was just dark and I shot a bush, but I wasn't scared.
Genius. Sounds like friendly fire waiting to happen. You really want to leave your parents there?
Oh, Mom and Dad are fine here. The farm is their dream, not mine. Besides, the only thing I'm really good for around here is hauling things. I can't grow anything to save my life. I know Colin's got the brains, but even I know that's a bad thing for a farmer.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, that comment. Don't have to join the Brotherhood.
But where else would I get to wear that totally awesome armor and learn to be as cool as Xion? Oh. All right. I'll be here if you change your mind about me joining.
We are going to recruit this guy, which is a terrible idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. When he wants to talk.
You gotta take me with you. I'm ready.
Really want to join the Brotherhood?
Of course. Them showing up is the most exciting thing that's
Endearingly
happened to
dumb.
me in,
Yeah,
like,
endearing's not the word I'd
ever.
use.
I know I sound like
Your
a
farm's
kid
not exactly
asking
where
for a
he does
treat, but I
belong.
mean it. I'll do whatever it takes. Can you really get me in?
If you help me, I can vouch for you.
Oh, of course. I'm sure they'll listen to you. I'll be a big help. Just you wait. But are you sure you want to take me? I don't want to talk you out of anything, but I'm not your only choice. I mean, the best choice, obviously. But
What did you talk to your brother? Like your attitude, Marty.
awesome! Yes! Yes! You are not going to regret this, I promise. I will be the best recruiter.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the Brotherhood say.
I'll get
either.
my things and meet you at Orwell Orchards. Don't worry, you go on ahead. I will be there.
Yeah. I'm gonna get your boy killed. I can see it already. Orwell Orchards. Do I have that on the map yet? I do not. Oh wait, yeah I do. It's just bridge goes the whole way across. It's only marked there, isn't it? Well, we're gonna head straight to the orchard. Boom. Key. Okay, source of ghoul attacks. They are not attacking me. Which is surprising. Brad's down there, I think I will try and avoid. How long have Putman's been there, if they know all about places like the orchards up here? And they must have done a fair bit of exploring. But at the same time, you think they'd know the ghouls were coming from here if they had done that exploring, but then they're not inside, so the ghouls, I mean, quite add up. I know they're cousins of his cousin is from the area, so maybe he knew the area before the war. That would explain it, I suppose. There's so many of those cameras. Yeah, they're just in case you lose your practical one, aren't they? They don't weigh anything, of course, but... It shrunk. Orwell bomb shelter. You died, the planetary IQ would go, average would go up. Yeah, that's true. I don't imagine you'll get very far in here. Yeah, they attacked me last time, but not this time. Wait in the same place. Probably loot the place on the way back out. That would make more sense. Loot the floors and stuff. Make sure I get all the golf balls, because fair chance that if I don't, I won't be able to find them for Ghoul Corp. So. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Yo, Marty!
Alright, you're here. Sorry for rushing in first, but I just couldn't wait. Whew, this basement is crazy.
Might have something to do it, yeah.
This has got to be the place.
Would make sense, guys.
So, how are we doing this?
Well, I'm going to stop staring at your crotch for starters. And get fired up. I'm on point. We're going in hot. You can't follow my lead. Try not to hit me in a panic. We'll go through this. Sure you want to get in on this fight? You can hide out here if you want. Before the fighting starts, do you have a weapon? I left first. How are you here already? Did you know this bunker was here? No time for chit-chat. I left first.
Shortcuts. Yeah, you know your way around these woods. You can get lots of places. Plus, I ran. I was excited, okay?
Did you know the bunker was here?
Not at all. I just figured ghouls are spooky and basements are spooky, so basements are where ghouls would be. Oh, is that not right? Do ghouls like attics?
Regular old genius, this lad. Do you have a weapon?
Sure do. Yeah, Dad gave me an old pistol he had. I used to plink cans with it. Pretty sure I can do the same to some nasty ghouls.
Yeah, 10 mils, just what you want for ghouls. Keep calm, follow my lead, try not to hit me in a panic.
Whew, calm, yeah. No problem. Gonna fight a bunch of ghouls. Easy. Sorry, I'm just really excited. I won't let you down.
I heard that's a rather large gun. The really big 10mm pistol he's got there. Don't give him a weapon, he'll shoot me. Yeah, it does seem like a case of friendly fire waiting to happen. Geez, let's go down here first. Yo, boys. Bottleneck it is. A good start. I'll loot in a minute. He started to regenerate there, which was a bit alarming. Back up! No, back up faster. No, back up, not charge in. Legendary, he's shooting quite quickly with that thing. Not doing very much damage though.
Might be the last of them.
I think it is. Did he jump in the pool? He did. Quite sure why he jumped in the pool. Back up. Damn, we're diseased. Boing. So I guess that's where they spawn then. How they got in. Nice. Speak to him while I'm still in my power armor and see how this goes.
Holy crap! Wow. Okay. I'm alive. That was intense.
Boom. Okay, first taste of action. Still interested in joining the Brotherhood. You understand if okay there? Pack your report. Pack your things. How do you like your first taste?
Well, now that it's over, I won't lie, I was pretty freaked out. I might still be.
I'm pretty sure they both use 10 mils.
My heart's racing, and
They're just a bit different versions.
Is it okay if I get some real training before we do anything like that again?
Probably wise. We picked the dumb one, Ranger. White spring bar set to build. Yeah, we definitely need some more bar stuff and more kitchen stuff. Love to have that. It took you about a minute to get through everything when running when you opened up with the Gatling. Yeah, that sounds about right, Nobro. We also handmade Ghoul Slayer. Yeah, I bet that would have made it quite quick as well. Flash grenades AoE through walls. Not a bad thing to know about. I generally just dump them because I don't have much use for them, but not such a bad thing to know about. Okay?
Is it weird if I've never felt this alive? Yeah, I think I'm okay. I don't think I've got any permanent injuries.
Still interested in joining the Brotherhood?
Oh, for sure. More than ever.
Beat the meathead
Watching
too.
you fight was amazing.
I think I prefer the other one.
Half as cool as you.
Yeah.
The best.
The second run through, we had to go the other way.
You got it, boss. I'm gonna make you proud. Don't worry. You, Mom, and Dad. Maybe even Colin. I'll see you there.
You're not going to make Colin proud. He wanted to go instead of you. And he was a better choice. Right. Get the big tin suit off. Grab anything valuable, what ain't nailed down. As we know from last time. No shower in here. The guy put his family into debt to build his own bomb shelter and turned out to be not nearly as radiation proof as he hoped. It looks like maybe she did kill him in the shower. Splashes of stuff on the wall looks rather like maybe she shot him in there. That'd be my guess. As he went ghoul. Started to go ghoul. The crib they never got to use. Marksman's rifle and ammo. A couple of golf clubs. The golf ball. Would have said golf trophy, but they can't see any details of it. What was in the other one? It's obviously been smashed and taken. So want some books we can put on shelves. Climactic. Right, yeah, this whole bar set would be good. All of that, and this. This whole unit as a placeable item would be nice. Mind you, it's a bit tall, I think. Problem. You wouldn't really be able to fit it into things, so you might have to lose the top part to have the rest of it. Got through all the booze before they left, clearly. Well, I don't think I shot there, so I'm guessing Colin must have done. Marty, rather. Didn't get any of them in here. The lead now. Booze in the gym area. That makes total sense. It is nice. Radiation's coming from the reactor. Yeah. Well, some of it is, yeah. Whether or not it's the only source. Yeah, that is particularly bad. Might do that. Do the job. Yeah, I thought I saw Angry Turtle talking about that one. But Belinda with the floater grenades. So, back to Romani. Go. Yeah, what variety being the spice of life. Some of them. It's just the what's it called?
Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day.
Ah, these days. Sunshine's Meadows Farm. Go get stuck underneath the hay sometimes in there as well. So.
Walk the whole length of the country just in case. Has earned my attention.
Good point.
We're building something big here.
Running Man?
Don't get left behind.
Disorder is to be expected in a place that lacked Brotherhood oversight for so long. Still, this is a secure area. Treat it as such.
No dice, sadly, but oh. Mind you, that is very fun to do.
Bias goodwill with the locals.
I need to remind Scribe Valdez to retune my power armor.
And you retune your personality while you're at it.
I'm sorry, but civilians should stay out of command areas.
You've literally got a dot over your head.
Welcome back. Have you completed your assigned mission, candidate?
Over here, Romani.
Xion runs the armory downstairs. Welcome back. Have you completed your
Thank
assigned
you.
mission, candidate?
Actually looking at me this time. I haven't seen Total Recall, to be honest. Cleaning out the ghouls, found a new recruit.
So, that's why the Putnam boy showed up here. He's very enthusiastic. Nothing a little training and discipline can't mold. Looks like you've expanded our ranks by more than just yourself. Assuming he doesn't wash out. I like that initiative, soldier. Good work. You've not only met the challenges our officer set you, but you have gone above and beyond by bringing a new brother into our order. I hereby confer on you the status of probationary initiate in the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm sorry, but we'll have to put the official initiation right on hold. Something's come up, and we need to deal with it right away. If you've got anything else you need to take care of, make it quick. Report to me again when you're ready.
We go.
Ad Victoriam, initiate.
Rangers causing trouble again. We'll have to do something about it.
Logically, I thought this would be about where Steel Dawn would have ended, and Fractured Steel began, based on the fact we know it's included in what we already have. But,
Right. The people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything?
yeah, that just doesn't feel like that's where it ends, especially if she's like, you want... Mind you, they could have updated the story a bit to incorporate the two together before launch, so...
Or we'll make the same mistakes going forward.
There may have been a gap where there and sort of after they decided to put the two DLCs together and dates whatever together, then they may have decided to sort of smooth the transition between the two a bit more. And Cap says he does. We'll see. Invader. Sure what weapon you mean there?
When do I get to go out and prove my worth? You should get that mutation treated as an example to the other troops.
Oh! Oh, damn.
I need to remind Scribe Valdez to retune.
Wait, let me up there. Let me up there. Let me up there. Come on. I've got a feeling this thing is just a big square solid block and you can't actually climb up it at all, but... Yep. Big square collision box. I do wonder. Anyhow.
Keep fighting out there.
Wasn't Invader a rather questionable melee weapon in Saints Row? Sounds like it, Grey. I think Split was after this bit with the stolen weapons. Yeah, well, I was wondering about that just now, Lowbrow, but it would make more sense for it to be before that story starts, which doesn't necessarily mean either is the case, of course, but it would make more sense that way. First character didn't dodge to Fort Atlas. Once he got there, he wouldn't talk. Second character, he had dialogue. Yeah, maybe exhausting all the dialogue options had something to do with that, Mr. Bird Zeppelin, but oh, maybe it just bugged out a bit. Could be either one, really. I think there was some planned content if you decided side raider or settler. Maybe more reputation dailies against the Brotherhood, which would flush out 2 missions as actual fractured steel. Maybe. That's a possibility, I suppose. Yeah, I'd have thought that whole quest line up to the end there would have been fractured, sort of either the start of Fractured Steel or the lead into it. And with a name like Fractured Steel, you'd figure, you know, the fracture happens and then the story continues from there. That would make more sense.
Oh man, off the chems.
But
Surrounded by friends.
very odd that it's, you know, only up until that point. Fractured Steel would sound like the battle between the two of them for control, not a few more. Not the story that leads up to that point. Steel Rain being the battle for control, which just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I love that cat. Awesome. Best thing they've added to the game in months. So cool. I do like my crocodile signs over the entrance there. Makes sense. Especially as I do get beasties down there sometimes. Ew. I think that's probably a reasonable place to pause it for now. Tried using scouting tower there, Benjamin, but I didn't like it. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's pretty particular about what will and won't work with being underwater. Particular but random about it in some ways. It's odd. Courier Duster type outfit in 76 would be cool. Not sure what you mean, to be honest. XH. I know the what is it, the NCR Ranger outfit is available through Fallout First, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense it being there. You regret not getting the cat, but bought half the bundle outside of the bundle. Yeah, definitely think the cat's the best thing in the whole thing. I wanted the cat but didn't want to buy the bundle. I knew I was going to do a build with it and stuff, which actually turned out not to go all that well, but meh. Maybe next year we'll have a better Halloween build when there's even more stuff to use. Come up with a cool idea. Wish you could display your full magazine and bobblehead collection, but it's too much budget. Yeah, it does take up a lot. Yeah, once I get that fixed, if the cat comes back, definitely worth picking it up. It's a really nice little animation. It's a fun little thing. Not really very Halloween. Excuse me. Well, it is Halloween-y, but it's also kind of suitable for all year round. So, I like it. I'm not planning on throwing any stones living in that camp. No. Just a bit of plasma. Occasional laser beam, maybe. Evening, Gubby, alright? How's it going? 20 versions of the first NCR outfit. Yeah. I don't think there's any outfits that spring to mind from previous games that I think would. Excuse me, would be good in 76 that aren't. But nothing leaps out at me. Yeah, most of it's either there or not massively like inspiring. There's a few bits and pieces maybe, but most of them are like some stuff's been changed in the mechanics and stuff, so that wouldn't work. Other things, don't know. I've been thinking I want to play Fallout 3 again at some point now. Mind you, it's going to be an operation to get that bloody thing working on PC. The other option, of course, would be to play it on... I'd pick up a second-hand PS3 or something and play it on there, but I don't think I want to do that. Also, it would cost me more to shift the camera over to a functional form, and that would then allow me to use the PS3 than actually to buy a PS3, I think, at this page. So. Oh, yeah, the spike armor. That would be a good addition. A lot of the raiders around Forged, around Sorgus Ironworks in Fallout 4 wear it. That would be good, yeah. It was in the trailer for Wastelanders as well, so one of them anyway. It would be good to have. But not as a single outfit that has crap armor rating. Or if it's going to be a single outfit, it needs to have good armor rating. Reasonably good, because it's kind of terrible in Fallout 4. Looks good, but performs badly. Plus we don't have outfits in Fallout 4. Don't think so. Yeah, spent plenty of time with the settlement system in Fallout 4. A lot of time. Kind of missed some of the flexibility from that, which is saying something, given that it was buggy and problematic, and most of that flexibility came from glitches, but what can we do? Most of the glitches these days involve using the blueprint system, and it's more bleeding trouble than it's worth. Ah, well. Some sort of blueprint system in a nutshell, really, look. Thank you very much for the new sub, Rob. Welcome to the channel. Not sure what you mean there, Belinda. Although on reflection, actually, it is ringing a bell. There was a tiny little camp thing, wasn't there? Wireless power glitch in Fallout 4. Never used it. I used the glitch to run wires through solid objects, but never used a wireless power glitch. Yeah, I was building settlements in a lot of different places. Did one in the glowing sea, did one at the lighthouse at the bottom of the map. Did a few others besides as well. Turned Drumlin Diner into a settlement as well. What else did I do? There were some other places as well, I think. Running animation was particularly bad in Fallout 4, was it, guy? I don't think I've ever really played in third person, so I've always played in first. Yeah. Although I used to prefer third person, I'm now kind of the other way. I much prefer to have first person. Although I still do like to have the option wherein you can see your character as well, so being able to switch between the two is good. But third person just feels odd in Fallout games. Just doesn't feel properly balanced. Like your character just feels like they're moving in a different way to the way they move in first person, so it's a weird thing. Which conduit to remove the wire and place the conduit anywhere you want to power. Handy trick. Yeah, I was on PlayStation, so I had a bit more limitations, but we're able to drop a workbench in most places and build anywhere. I heard something there in my imagination. You're third person when you're running around, sort of first when you get in a combat, right? Yeah, I'd like to do that. I don't tend to, but I would like to do it more. It's just, yeah, it feels weird running around third person. Feel quite right. What was the playing third person? Yeah. Horizon Zero Dawn's third person though, and that's fine. Yeah, I definitely want to be able to see my character more though. I check it out when I'm in photo mode and every so often and stuff like that, but not as often as I should, given that we have the option to dress them however you like. You're always in first person because you die in third. Yeah. It is harder to aim in third generally. Well, it's harder to manual aim. Not much difference if you use that sword, didn't it? My glitch was great for powered turrets too. Yeah. As I used to run it through walls and tuck them into the corners and out of the way so you couldn't really see the wires, and they were just out of sight. But when you did see them, they were neat and tidy and tucked away. Worked quite well. It was odd considering most of my camps tended towards the scrappy side, so most of my settlements really. But there we go. Trailing wires did bug me. Catch you in a bit now. So, right then, I think it's probably time to start winding down. Sometime over the weekend, hopefully, probably Sunday, I should have my build up. It's not quite finished yet, and I've still got to do the whole video yet, so we'll see how I go for time over the course of the weekend. It may end up being Monday, but we'll see. Depends how my patience goes as well, because it did frustrate me a bit. But yeah, so sometime in the next few days we should have a new build-up, which is looking reasonably interesting. Still need to get the lighting right, which is giving me some jip, but we'll see. Might have a play around, see what I can do there. Beyond that, next week we should... I don't know if there'll be a video at the front part next week. Monday, Tuesday time. It kind of depends what happens. I'm not expecting there to be. I don't think there'll be anything major to cover, unless I come up with something sizable I want to talk about between now and then probably not. That being said, Wednesday night, Thursday morning, I will almost certainly have a Cyberpunk video. Yeah, brain kind of catching up there. I was trying to juggle several things at once. Yeah. Wednesday night, probably Thursday morning, I will almost certainly have a Cyberpunk video. I'm going to look into the opening and character creation and stuff like that before jumping into stream on Thursday with Cyberpunk. We'll probably finish off Horizon Zero Dawn on Monday, I would imagine. Failing that, we'll finish it off on Tuesday, rather, sorry. Failing that, we'll finish it off on Wednesday if we don't get it done, but I think we will. So that's actually worked out quite well in the end. Be tons of shotguns. Good way to go. Heavy gunner build, Chris. Yeah, I like my heavy gunner. I also like my rifleman, though. He's a lot of fun. By sprinting in the third person. I'd have to see the animation in Fallout 4. That's the problem, Gray. I can't really remember what it looks like. So yeah, that's the plan for next week. A big thing I'm wondering about rather is Thursday, if and when there's any Fallout news. It's kind of not a great day. It's going to be a hell of a busy one because Cyberpunk in the evening, Cyberpunk in the morning, possibly a Fallout video in the afternoon as well. It depends if there's any decent sized news, but I kind of don't really expect there to be. So there might just be a short Fallout video on the Thursday. And then we'll have another one next weekend as well and see what we come up with. I'm not sure. But we'll have to think. I was debating doing a build using the Brotherhood Tower and stuff, but to be honest, for what's in that pack, I can't really justify shelling out 25 quid for it at the moment. Especially not given that I'll only likely do one build with it, and that'll be the end of that. So, it's not really worth picking it up for me. The backpack's kind of cool. The rest of the stuff I'm meh about. So, I'd like to have the little barricade thing, because it could be used for a number of things as well, but don't think it's going to be worth the outlay, to be honest. So I'll probably build something else next weekend. Been watching the camp videos, Carl. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. Everything you're doing, special camp videos set up for PvE and PvP? Probably not, to be honest, Carl. PvE doesn't really require any kind of setup. Camps don't really get attacked anyway. The only time your camp gets attacked is when you or somebody else turn up at the camp. So, excuse me. So, I don't know really whether or not I'd do that. And as for PvP, it's virtually non-existent in Fallout anyway, so the only place that exists is at public workshops, and to be honest, it needs to be out of the game, not encouraged, in my opinion. But certainly no end in sight to the camp builds. A few ideas lined up. Got a whole list of ideas down there as well, so lots to work through. No, I know what you mean, Belinda. I even want doing builds and stuff on it. I was tempted, but it's just too bloody much. Not worth it. Head of the Scout Tower to Rifleman's Cliff Top White Spring Artillery Mansion. Does sound pretty epic, like, bro. Field stations are cool, but they were also free, so there's that too. And I've got a cool idea that I'd like to use the field station for, but yeah. The Atrium could make a great PvP environment if you wanted to set something up like that, yeah. Makes sense, Steve. On the other hand, there's another thing I'm not going to buy either. Again, I think the cost is perfectly reasonable for what it is, but I am utterly uninspired by the space, apart from the corridor. I just don't like it. I don't think it appeals to me. You've either got to build something absurd that makes no sense, or something else absurd that makes no sense. Yeah, you can either go crazy and just throw stuff anywhere, or you can build a structure within the existing vault, which makes no sense, or you could build a vault. So again, it's another thing that I'd use once and never use again. So it's not worth picking the Atrium up, to be honest. Plus a bugger if I know what I'm doing there. I'm going to hold off, I think, until they start putting out more interesting shelters, things like caves and underground spaces like that. Be far more interesting to me. Could do something much more interesting. But there we go. Hopefully being kind of Brotherhood pack. Yeah, its price to content ratio is a bit bloody absurd on that. There's a couple of things recently that they've not exactly knocked out on the park on. I think the cost of the shelters is fine. The splitting up of the vault pack in the atomic shop's kind of annoying as well. It was unusually good value before, to be fair. So I don't think they had intended to have quite such a large pack at such a low price, which is why it's been split up. But once it had gone live, they should have just bitten the bullet and accepted it, in my opinion. It would have looked better at the... I think it's more of a fixing a mistake rather than just, oh crap, we can get more money out of it. But yeah, I think the pricing needs a hard review at the moment. Yeah, exactly, Belinda. For those who don't know, over the course of the summer, my job went bye-bye, so this is what I do for a living now, and as you can imagine, with a relatively small channel, it doesn't leave me a vast amount of wiggle room. So I don't mind spending on something, but kind of needs to come back in some way. Mistress of Mystery Mansion is when you wait for us. Mistress of Mystery stuff would be very cool. That is a good quest line to be. Some Silver Shroud stuff would be quite cool as well. Although I think that character is more focused on Boston really than. At least I got the impression it was more focused around the Boston area than around the Appalachia area. Not that Mistress of Mystery was, it just happened to be that the actress who played it was from. But I don't know. Got to be something they can do that would be cool outside of just the seasons, of course. Not completely sold on the new season either. Oh, great. Welcome to the membership club. Thank you very much, Sheep. I very much appreciate it. Since I actually remember this, which is no small miracle, make sure you're heading over to the community page on the channel. There's a little post down there with a bit more information on channel memberships if you want to have a look at it, by the way. I do appreciate it. And Travis was here earlier. I don't know if you still are lurking in the back there, but same thing goes to you as well, as you're new to the membership thing as well. I'd forgotten to mention it to you. I think you became a member while I was offline, so... But yeah, head over to the community page, have a look at the post on there for you. It's will now be visible to you. Little update and information stuff. Massive thanks, Gray. Appreciate that a lot. Very, very kind. Yeah, we've had a stonkingly good month, actually, Steve. Well, the last few weeks in particular. Would be a belting Christmas present to hit 10k before the end of the year. We're on at the minute, 8.5, I think. Phone up easier. Yeah, 8.5. Which is like 1,000 jump in a few weeks, really. Well, not now, 6 weeks, maybe. Yeah, nearly 700 in the last month. Pretty awesome. Massively appreciated. Silver play button. Silver play button's silver play button. Oh, yeah, brain's just caught up with you now. I was thinking of the silver badge for sponsors, because there is one, but that's the year mark. Yeah, I think the silver play button is a little further off. Just need the channel to grow to just over 10 times its current size, and we'll be there. Would be nice though. That would be mad. Little bit scary. We've had this tune already. What about that one? That's a good one. I think so. Theory on the Mistress of Mystery. Was it a husband or was it just a guy who wanted to be? Friend or something. I'm not sure they were actually married, but maybe they were. Or in a relationship or something. But I got the feeling that they weren't formally in a relationship. If he got away and became the first mechanist, that would be interesting. Definitely one of the better ones. Alright. I think, folks, it's probably time for me to wind things down, try and catch up on a little bit of sleep, and then hopefully get this video done over the weekend. So, I will love you all and leave you. Social media links down there. You know where they are if you want. Merch stores down in the description, and it's been recently dropped in chat as well if you're interested in that sort of thing. We have some shiny little t-shirts, which I can't pull up high enough for the camera. And we've got mouse pads, hoodies, phone cases, and tank tops in there as well. So if any of that sounds like your cup of tea, do take a look. It's cool stuff. And if you're into such things, channel memberships, as Gray has just kindly demonstrated, are available if you'd like to support the channel that way as well. It is very, very much appreciated. Massive thank you to Gray and everybody else who has joined the LOL Members Club. It's a massive, massive help. So thank you for that. But I think it is time to wind down. So have a good weekend, everyone. Made you 50 treasure hunter hats to the vendor. You clean your vendors out, though, bro. Oh dear. Right. Yes, have a good weekend, folks. Thank you very much, Noel. Much appreciated. Yeah, hopefully we'll have a video probably Sunday. Failing that, might be Monday. It just depends how long it takes to put together and what happens with Life, the Universe and everything. So, notification bell if you haven't already, and then you'll know when it goes up. But for now, hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe. And have a good day for those of you just getting up. We'll do this all again on Monday. I think we do Fallout Monday, as I say. Horizon Zero Dawn Tuesday. We'll see what happens Wednesday. I may or may not stream, we'll see. Thursday will be video, probably 2 videos and Cyberpunk, so that's going to be a hell of a busy day. And then Friday, I might stream Fallout on Wednesday, and then possibly do 2 Cyberpunk streams, do Thursday and Friday. We'll see. I'll have a ponder. But that should be good fun, should be a good week next week. Do hope you'll join us for it. So, have a good one, folks, and I'll catch you on the other side of the weekend. But there you go. See you then. Good night.